University Medical Center in Groningen in the Netherlands. And he will speak about the Institute of Medicine pricing and reimbursement policies for universal health cover in Indonesia.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Rizwan Diwasir, and today I will be presenting our research on the use of medicine pricing and reimbursement policies for universal health coverage in Indonesia. Well, I will briefly introduce the program and policies addressed in this study, followed by the methodology, results, and finally the conclusion of this study. Let's start with the introduction. I will briefly explain universal health coverage. According to World Health Organization or WHO, universal health coverage will exist in a country when all population can achieve the quality healthcare services that they need without suffering financial hardship. Therefore, it should ideally reduce or eliminate the proportion of out-of-pocket payment on healthcare spending. Previous studies from WHO have shown that in low-middle-income countries, more than half and sometimes up to 90% of medicine are out-of-pocket payment. Moreover, they also mentioned that medicine expenditure consumes 20 to 60% of healthcare spending. Therefore, appropriate medicine policy facilitates countries to achieve universal health coverage. Now, let's move to the implementation of universal health coverage in Indonesia. Indonesia aimed to achieve universal health coverage in 2019. Here, I will explain what happened to achieve this ambition since 2013. In 2013, Indonesia had several public health insurances, which means their medicine policies were fragmented, and the out-of-pocket payment was still high with 48.97%. In order to address this issue, Indonesia introduced new healthcare system in 2014. All the public health insurances were integrated into JKN program and managed by one national health insurance agency, which is called BPJS Kesehatan. Furthermore, Indonesia also introduced new medicine policies. First is e-catalog, a national medicine pricing policy. There is a price of medicine for each medicine which is agreed between pharmaceutical industry and the national and the Indonesian government. And the second is national formulary, supposed to be a guideline for selecting generic medicine for certain indications. Combined with medicine policy were expected to reduce out-of-pocket payment in healthcare facilities or in healthcare spending. However, in 2015, the out-of-pocket payment did not decrease. We looked into issue with the implementation of this policy, and we did so by qualitative research. There are two objectives in this study. Firstly, to assess problem of the current use of the e-catalog and the national formulary and better understand their background. This study also aimed to investigate the option for improvement for the e-catalog and the national formulary. Now let's move to the method section. Here I will explain the methodology that we have applied in this study. First of all, we developed a conceptual model by reviewing the WHO document on universal health coverage. Then we consider Indonesian situation regarding medicine policy. This resulted in initial themes and a list of questions for each theme. Then I conducted pilot interview with 3 pharmacists, 3 physicians, and also 3 patients. This resulted in restructuring the list of questions and also in a separate version for the patient. Then I performed interview with several stakeholders in various places of Indonesia and using purposive sampling. All the interviews were audio taped, and I made notes. The audio tape were then transcribed, and the transcription were then independently coded by two authors using directed content analysis. In case of diverging interpretation, we sat down to reach consensus. Now we will show you our result. This study reported in 25 interviewees. We have policymakers, industry representatives, physicians, pharmacists, and also patients. Here are the topics and themes that we identify from this study: knowledge, attitudes, challenges, non-NF prescription, and also possibilities for improvement. In this presentation, we focus on the most interesting topic in the topics number 3, 4, and 5. Now let's move to the topic number 3, challenges. We identify there are two challenges for the implementation of e-catalog and initial formulary. First was a lack of harmonization between medicine listed in the e-catalog and initial formulary, as you can see how the pharmacist mentioned here. The second challenge was a poor medicine distribution system. It is mainly because Indonesia is large, and also Indonesia is an archipelago country. In particular for the e-catalog, it appears that after price negotiation, the demand cannot be met at the national level. And in particular for the national formulary, the list of medicine is not in line with the national and also professional guidelines. Now let's move to the topic number 4, non-NF prescription. All physicians and also the patient are used to prescribing branded product. Indeed, they disagree with this case. However, several reasons were mentioned. In the system, it may be the case because NF medicine is not available everywhere, and not all medicine needed is available within the national formulary. Move to the personal reason, a lack of incentive and a lack of evidence base for choice than F medicine. Here you can see how the physician very disappointed with the existence of the national formulary. Two more personal reasons were the patient tend to choose non-NF medicine, and the physician may not be aware with the existence of the national formulary. Now, topic number 5, possibilities for improvement. Here, we pick the most interesting option for improvement on each category. For the e-catalog and initial formulary was to harmonize the list of medicine in the e-catalog and initial formulary. It is because it made unavailability of NF medicine in healthcare facilities, and of course, leading to prescribing medicine that is not listed in the national formulary. For the e-catalog was to have fair pricing medicine to allow pharmaceutical industry distribute medicine in the national scale. And in particular for the national formulary was to increase the evidence base and also to apply appropriate incentive system. And also, we need to promote NF medicine to the patient, as how patient mentioned here. In this study, we recognize that we only have one pharmaceutical industry. Nonetheless, the interviewee was relatively experienced and was a leader in several pharmaceutical associations in Indonesia. Conducting semi-structured interviews allow the researchers to obtain detailed information about the participant, about opinion, perspective, and also their personal feeling, and without any influences from other groups. Finally, we are in the conclusion of this study. Although universal health coverage is aimed for, this is not achieved because the e-catalog and initial formulary have not been fully implemented. The major challenge for the implementation was a lack of harmonization between medicine listed in the e-catalog and initial formulary. Therefore, the solution for this is to harmonize the list of medicine in the e-catalog and initial formulary. There are two main reasons for prescribing medicine not listed in initial formulary. First was lack of incentive. So we have to think of an appropriate incentive system. And the second was lack of transparent and evidence-based. So we have to increase the evidence-based and also transparency for selecting the NF medicine. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you very much for such an interesting presentation. What is the time lag between regulatory approval in Indonesia and listing on the national formulary? Is there a time gap between approval and listing on the formulary?
Well, currently national formulary have not been using evidence-based. So when the physician confused to prescribe medicine based on the national formulary. When the national formulary is prescribed, when the medicine outside of national formulary prescribed, the physician should pay. So the out-of-pocket payment will occur. So that's not law in the principle of universal health coverage.
Okay. Are there any questions? Anybody? Yes, please use the microphone so your colleagues can hear you and introduce yourselves.
Fabian D'Souza from Boston Strategic Partners. You mentioned you had a total sample size of 25. Could you tell me the geographic distribution? Were they made in the main cities, or was there a fair distribution between larger cities and rural areas?
Well, in here you mean?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. In directed content analysis, indeed, saturation is not very important, but all the things that we found from here not only mentioned, several things that we identify mentioned by several categories of stakeholders. For example, like knowledge, not only mentioned by, for example, like challenges, not only mentioned by policymakers, but also mentioned by physicians. So we use triangulation method to achieve saturation.
That wasn't my question. I was curious about where they were geographically located. Were they all in the larger cities, or were they distributed between urban and rural areas?
Okay. We reached several places in Indonesia, and we reached Java, Sulawesi, Lombok, several places in Java, Sulawesi, and Lombok.
So would it be fair to say that if you then interviewed people from more rural areas, the results could be probably worse?
Yeah, we take people in rural area and also in the city.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for that question. Next, please.
No, actually my question you have answered it, but I will be pushing further. Second question is then, your presentation seemed to show a conflict between a listing in national formulary and the e-catalog, which evidently will drive down prices, and then you say there's a conflict in the pharmacists and physicians because they spend a lot of money in school and now they don't get a reward or some incentive for spending so much money. So what is the goal with harmonization? Will it bring down prices, or both bring down prices and find another incentive scheme for physician and pharmacists? What is the goal?
Pardon, could you?
So in your presentation, you say one of the shortcomings or why the universal healthcare coverage system hasn't worked yet is because one, drugs haven't been listed on the national formulary, and two, the prices sometimes are not reflected on the e-catalog, meaning, as per the feedback from the pharmacists, that they now buy higher expensive or more expensive products. That's on the one hand. On the second hand, you mentioned same physicians and pharmacists as a comment, which you have as a bubble, that they spend so much money in school and now they do not get the reward in quote for kind of recuperate the amount of money they spend. So which is an incentive issue. So what is the goal with harmonization? Because obviously harmonization.
I got your point. So why we need to harmonize the list of medicine in the e-catalog and the national formulary? Because it may when there is an F medicine that is not in the e-catalog, the procurement agency cannot provide the medicine because they don't know the price. They don't know the price, so they might skip that medicine, so the NF medicine may not available for those medicine. When the NF medicine is not available in the healthcare facilities, it may out-of-pocket payment. Yes. It makes sense for you? Yeah, thank you.
Hi. So you conclude that physicians didn't have an incentives to prescribe the medicines from the list, but I wonder first whether the patients know that they have the right to receive prescribed medicines which are included in this formulary and the list. And the second question, whether the physicians are obliged to prescribe on a separated prescription those medicines which are included in the formulary, just to report later to the health insurance fund that they prescribe such kind of medicines. It's also incentives, but obliging incentive. So if you could comment, thank you.
Yeah, thank you for your question. Indeed, many patients and all the patients in our study didn't know about the existence of the e-catalog and initial formulary. So they don't know that there is medicine that is free for the patient. And also for the incentive, in some countries who already implemented universal health coverage, for example, Thailand and also UK, yeah, there is an incentive given to the physician when they prescribe medicine based on the national formulary. But in Indonesia, we didn't do that.
Okay, thank you. Conscious of time.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.